Hello Curious and welcome back. It seems that recently two Duchesses had decided to venture into the world of publishing, though with two very different books. And while Meghan Markle has announced that her book will be out in June, Kate Middleton has already released hers. Are the two sisters-in-law secretly competing with each other? What are the differences between their books and how have they been received by the public? While many have praised the Duchess of Cambridge's for hers, others have taken to criticizing Markle. And while the Sussexes have already been media friendly, starting their own podcast, it seems that the Cambridges are now trying to catch up. What has been the cause of criticisms towards Markle? And why has she been accused of plagiarism even before the publications managed to hit the shelves? Did she snub Queen Elizabeth II in some way with her children's books? Stay with us until the very end, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. From the very beginning, people had always pitted Middleton and Markle against each other, claiming their relationship was rocky and cold, and as you can see by checking out our past video, but the recent news has royal fans talking again. A few days ago, it was announced that Meghan Markle has written a book for children. The Bench, which is set to be released on June 8th, includes illustrations by Christian Robinson, and it tells the story of a special bond between a father and his son through the eyes of the mother. The kids' book was inspired by a poem that Markle had written for Prince Harry for Father's Day, and which she turned into a 40-page story. It also features a diverse group of characters that are set to reflect the modern families of 2021. As you can imagine, Curious, there has been a lot of hype around the book and its teasers, but as with any situation surrounding Meghan, there has also been a lot of criticism. Not long after the book was announced and the sneak peek at the cover of some of the other artwork has been revealed, social media site Twitter was flooded with posts accusing Markle of plagiarism. Why and how, you ask? Well, stay with us as we will tell you all about it. Many had claimed that she was copying a book by the British author Corinne Averis and Gabriel Albarozo, which was titled The Boy on the Bench. At first, they had accused her of copying the cover because the book by Averis and Albarozo featured a boy on a bench surrounded by other children on a slide as well as trees and birds, while the Duchess's cover only shows a simple bench next to a tree with birds. Another aspect that is said to be copied was an aerial drawing of a father and a son on a bench. In the already published book, the two are sitting on a bench, while in Markle's book, the father is laying on the bench asleep with the son on his chest. And many Twitter users had taken this as an opportunity to hit back at Markle, saying that she's incapable of an original thought, and some had advised fellow social media users to not waste money on the book by Harry's wife, while some had even gone as far as to urge Corinne to consider legal action. In the end, Miss Averis herself had taken to her own Twitter to dismiss these claims of plagiarism by saying, reading the description and published excerpt by the Duchess's new book, this is not the same story or the same theme as The Boy on the Bench. I don't see any similarities. What about you, Curious? Have you seen any similarities between the two books? And while that was a dismissed claim, there are other reasons that people had to criticize her, and one of the main ones being the fact that on the cover of the book it says that the book is written by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And as you know, even since the couple has stepped down from their position as duties of senior royals, for a long time many had said that she shouldn't be allowed to use the royal titles. So, and according to the Express, the Queen may have been urged to get her lawyers involved in order to have Meghan's former title removed from the book. Whether Harry's grandmother will take any action is unknown at the moment, but more than one internet user had slammed Markle for not wanting the royal life, yet being okay with using the title to sell her new book. But where Elizabeth II is concerned, many people reckon that one of the images that were released from the book is meant to be making a dig at the monarch, as well as highlighting that Prince Harry is upset about being stripped from his royal military titles, and royal experts seem to agree with it. This is in reference to an image that shows an army-clad man with ginger hair who some assume is hugging his son, while a dark-haired woman watches from the window, presumably being Markle. Ingrid Seward, editor of Majesty magazine, wrote, maybe Meghan is sending us coded message that Harry is still not gotten over losing his military titles after the Queen stepped in. Phil Dampier, author of Royal Suited, Harry and Meghan in their own words, also weighed in on this, saying that for the prince who put his life on the line and then found out the successful Invictus Games, losing his titles was most likely the bitterest part of Megxit. There has also been one more reason for which Markle's book was criticized, but for now, let's turn to Kate Middleton and her own book. The mother of three is a keen photographer, which most royal fans will know as she often has treated them to photos that she took on the official Cambridge's Instagram account. She started her work on the book during the first lockdown last year and asked the public to submit images that captured the period. The result of that is a book called Hold Still, A Portrait of Our Nation in 2020, which features 100 final, poignant, and personal portraits selected from 31,000 entrants. While right now it is unclear how Meghan's book will do upon its release, as there is still under a month left until the day, Kate's photographer collection is already reigning supreme in the publishing stakes since it became an instant bestseller. And last week, she shared a video to the Cambridge's official Instagram, which showed the flicking pages of the book to announce its release, and many supporters in the comments were quick to praise her, saying that it's such a fantastic project and that she was just smashing it. As per the Daily Mail, the proceeds from Kate's book will be equally split to support the work of the National Portrait Gallery in London and Mind, which is a small mental health charity. Now, the reason Markle has been criticized once again was in regards to the revenue from the book. While the Duchess of Cambridge is giving all the proceeds to charity and another organization, Meghan's book is believed to be a commercial venture. And although the terms of her contract have not been disclosed, sources claim that there are rumors of an advance of about £500,000, which would roughly be over $700,000. The source had also said that it is expected that Meghan will leave this amount for herself, for which some internet users had criticized her for, but we remind you that as they are no longer royals, they must upkeep their security in-house in California. And if you want to know more about the Sussexes' pad in America, you can do so by checking out our previous video, but for now, stay with us to find out how some are claiming the Cambridges are trying to copy the other couple. As we mentioned at the very beginning, the Sussexes are media-oriented, especially when it comes to the entertainment factor, as they found their production company, which aims to produce programming that uplifts and entertains audiences. And through it, they had started their podcast series, also titled Archwell Audio, though so far only one episode has been released back in December, and not to mention that their multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. But it seems that Kate and William aren't fans of being left behind and are now trying to catch up so they too have the same social media presence. And how exactly, you ask? By having their own YouTube channel. On May 5th, the couple had officially become YouTubers as they uploaded their first video on their YouTube channel, which as of making this video has over 482,000 subscribers. According to The Guardian, the future king and queen will continue to feature in exclusive videos posted on the site in the coming months, and right now it seems that the couple is using it to promote the Duchess's new book by uploading phone conversations that she had with some of the finalists whose photos were chosen to be featured in it. However, it is also worth mentioning that the queen herself has been pushing others to use technology more to reach people, especially during the pandemic, as she herself has been carrying out her duties via video conferences with representatives from other countries. And if you would like to know more about that, then you can do so by checking out our previous video. So right now, it seems that fans are speculating whether the Sussexes are trying to copy the Cambridges or vice versa. What do you think, Curious? Many had also hoped that the relationship between Harry and his family might have improved, but the way Prince Charles had seemingly snubbed Meghan might prove otherwise. On May 6th, Archie celebrated his second birthday and a photo was published on the official Instagram of Prince Charles and Camilla, which showed the future king and as well as his son and grandson. Yet there was no Meghan in sight. While most were of course happily commenting, pointing out that it's a wonderful photo of 3 generations, but some took it as a deliberate sign, and royal expert Duncan Lacombe talked with the Sun and said, "I see that as a deliberate sign of Prince Charles. Surely Prince Charles has enough news to know how sensitive the situation is with his younger son and his wife, and I'd be very surprised if Prince Charles didn't know exactly what he was doing." Do you think that this was deliberate on his part, Curious? Though other reports suggest that the Queen is vying for her son to put aside his differences and repair the rift between his youngest son, and Buckingham Palace sources told the Express that the monarch is pleased with William's dignified approach to the family reconciliation and hopes that the Prince of Wales will do the same. However, it seems that the heir to the throne is still furious for his son dragging his name through the mud during the tell-all interview with Oprah, so a proper reconciliation might be far off. So Curious, what do you think? Do you reckon that Meghan and Kate are trying to copy each other, or is this just royal fans online making a big deal out of a few coincidences? Do you think Prince Charles cropped Meghan out of the photo? And could a reconciliation truly happen? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Until next time.